Rebecca, where have you run off to? Mom and Dad have both been telling me you're ignoring all their calls and texts. Did you forget what day today is, Rebecca? Hey! Shut up! Do you have any idea what time it is? I want to sleep in some more. You know what time it is? It's almost noon now. And you have to go and meet with someone at 12 o'clock, right? I have to meet with someone? Oh, now that you mention it, I do remember something about meeting with someone. What do you mean you only just now remember something? What are you saying, Rebecca? You were the one that wanted us to set you up with someone who you could potentially date. So Mom and Dad have been doing all they can to find you someone who wouldn't mind meeting you, right? I was just on my way back home from my friend's wedding at the time and told everyone that I wanted to get married myself. That's all. And you're planning on getting married as well now too, so I just didn't want to be left out. That's it. But you kept on pestering Dad about setting you up with someone, so he went out of his way to get you a date with the son of one of his customers' CEOs, right? And about that, if I'm going to get married, I want it to be with someone who has loads of money. Which, that guy totally has, but have you seen the pictures of him? The pictures of the guy Dad set me up with? I did have a look at his picture once. You think I'm going to want to marry some fat guy like that? What? I want to be with someone who actually cares about his health and figure a bit more than that guy. You know I like my men thin and handsome, right? No matter how much money the guy has, if he's not good looking to me, then I don't want him. You don't want him? Did you ever tell Mom and Dad that then? Well, it's already too late to tell them now. Telling them both about this now would not change the fact that the plans were already made. Hold on a second, so you're not actually planning on going out to meet that guy today? That's right. And it's not like I want anything to do with him, and if I go there and he develops feelings for me, that'll be a huge pain in my neck. What are you talking about? You were the one asking over and over again to have Mom and Dad set you up with someone. And now that they've had a guy ready for you and everything, you're not going to tell them you don't want to see him anymore? No way that's okay, Rebecca. You should really tell Mom and Dad about this right now. I mean, this has to do with one of Dad's customers' sons. You understand that, right? All right, if I really have to go out and meet this guy, then why don't you go in my place and meet with him? I'm not playing around about this right now. I happen to be engaged right now, right? There's no way I'm going to go out and see another man who isn't my fiancé. It'll be fine. I happen to have your fiancé in my pocket anyway. What the heck is that supposed to mean? I might not want to go meet with that chubby guy, but that hasn't changed the fact that I want to get married. So I've made sure that I'll be the one getting married to your fiancé. What did you just say? That time you brought him over to meet your family, I've always thought he was really cute. I was always fine with the thought of having a good-looking brother-in-law would be nice, but I also thought his beauty would be wasted on you of all people. So I went and convinced him to give up on you and instead come and marry me. Without me ever noticing? But as far as I'm aware, my fiancé has never said anything to me yet about wanting to marry you now. Well, I was planning on moving in together today. The idea was when I started having all my things moved into that room with you guys, then you'd be able to pick up on what was happening between your fiancé and I. Huh? It would have been a pain for us if you found out about this before we set up all the plans, right? So that's why the plan is to have you moved out of that apartment and then I'll move in with him. Are you kidding me? I never heard anything about this from either of you, though. Well, that's why I told you it was being kept a secret between us. We wanted to make sure you wouldn't do anything about it until after I was already there with him. Have you guys really been talking about all of this behind my back this whole time? Yep. And that's why it's totally okay for you to go out and meet that guy Dad set up for me, since you no longer have a partner yourself. If anything, I'm being a really nice little sister by letting you go out with the man I was supposed to see today right after you lost your fiancé, right? How the hell are you even remotely close to a nice little sister? You're not only asking me to go out with this man you cried from Mom and Dad to set you up with, but you're asking me that after telling me you've been going out with my fiancé this whole time and plan to live with him now. Don't get so mad about it. I'm going to make sure to become an amazing wife in your place for your fiancé, all right? Now you can go and be happy with that fat loser in my place. It'll be totally fine. He's a perfect match for someone like you. So now that I've told you about everything, let's both have a wonderful time with our partners. You hold it right there, Rebecca. I am not done with you yet, especially after all you've just said to me.
I'm sure you've already heard everything from Rebecca now, but it's just like she said. So you and I are no longer engaged, Angel.
What the hell is going on here, Luke? Do you have any idea what you're both are doing right now?
I had no choice, all right? I started to realize that she's a lot better for me than you are, and now I'm in love with her.
So when you proposed to me and said that you loved me, it was a lie?
The moment I saw that you had a younger and far cuter little sister, I thought it would be best to get closer to her. So that's why I proposed to you and had us get reservations at that expensive restaurant, in order to see her while meeting your parents.
I cannot believe you. You and I went through with getting a whole wedding ready for us. We've already handed out all the invitations and everything, so what the hell are we going to do about that?
I'd like for you to tell all those that you invited that the wedding is cancelled. I will talk with those that I went ahead and invited to the wedding. And as a way of showing that I'm sorry, I'll pay for our wedding to be cancelled.
You're acting like you're being so kind to me for doing that. What makes you think any of this is even remotely okay?
I told you, I had no other choice. I was asked to be your sister's boyfriend by her.
She was the one that asked you? Rebecca?
She had told me about how your family had been trying to get her set up with a man to marry, but he's not her type. After she showed me the picture of him, I totally agreed with her that he is an absolute cow. I could see that she was never going to find the man for herself. And then at one point while talking to me, she asked me out.
And when something like that happens, you being the man who is already in a relationship says no to her.
I don't think you understand how hard it is for me to say no to the one girl that I've been wanting to be with the most.
Do you have any idea why she was looking for a man in the first place? Because she said that she only wants to get married because I was planning to, and so have all her friends. Do you really think she's being serious with you right now?
Oh, you think I'm going to fall for something like that? I'm sure she was getting jealous of everyone else, but that doesn't mean her love for me is fake. I get that all of this is hard for you, since you just found out that I've dumped you for her. But don't start trying to get me all worried about the relationship I've been having with her. Rebecca is a whole lot more cute than you, Angel, and that's why I've left you. Now leave my love with her alone.
I'm done with this. I cannot figure out what actually drove you to do all of that, and I don't even want to anymore. I thought you were a better man than that, but I guess I was completely wrong. You actually went ahead and cheated on me while we've been engaged.
Well, if I'm such a terrible man, then after today, don't you ever come around Rebecca or I. I'm so sorry for doing this to you, but there was nothing that could be done about it.
I know now that the reason for us having to call our marriage off is due to you cheating on me, so I'm going to get a settlement. Once I've gotten the money from you that I deserve, that'll be the end of me ever being around you. I'll make sure that I never even have to believe that either of you exist anymore.
You're getting a settlement from me, so you have been wanting my money.
I want for the both of you to see that what you've done is completely wrong, and that's why I'll be getting a settlement from you.
Go right ahead then. I've looked it up, and the amount you could even get from me for doing something like this is barely anything.
That's right, it is barely anything. But this isn't about me wanting money from you, but rather to teach you both lessons.
Well then, I'll be sending you the amount you ask for later.
Just make sure you read all the paperwork over that I send you so that there are no mistakes. I'll be sending you those papers later. But from what I've heard is that you're going to be moving, so I can't mail anything to you yet.
We're not going to be moving for another year out of this apartment, so just send me the papers and we'll see if they bring them here still. I'm sure they will.
Well, then I'll go ahead and do that. I never thought that this would be how our relationship would ever end. But I guess it's all better to happen now than later on for me.
I'm sorry that our love life of being engaged to one another was so short-lived, and that we never got to get married. But I'm going to be much happier with your sister, so you can be glad about that. I hope you're just as happy with, well, whatever man comes across you next.
Angel, long time no see. Are you still having a good time living as a single woman? I'm still so sorry about stealing your fiancé from you right as you both were going to get married. And what do you want from me now? So I guess you never did end up blocking me then. Perfect. I happen to have 3 things to tell you, so that's why I decided to text you. 3 things? The first one is that Luke ended up quitting his job, and from there he started his own company, which he is now running as the CEO. That's really great to hear. Now for the second piece of news. I'm pregnant! That is also great to hear. These aren't the kinds of reactions I was hoping to get from you. A little dry, I think. Did you not just hear me say that you're going to have a niece or nephew now? And this means that Mom and Dad will be getting their first grandbaby. You should be way more excited for me. I'm not excited about any of it, but I'll congratulate you. So what's this third piece of news you have? I plan on coming home to Mom and Dad's to have my baby there. What? You're coming back to have your baby at Mom and Dad's? So you're actually coming back? From what Lucas told me, his company is completely based online, which means he can do his work from anywhere in the world. So because of that, us 2 can go back to Mom and Dad's place. And we're both thinking of living with them long term. 3 years ago, I really thought that you were one hell of a crazy sister. But even now, you're proving to me that you are still freaking crazy. Well, my husband is building this business of his up, so he needs all the money he can get, right? It would be a waste to put our money into our house, so it's much better to just move back home with Mom and Dad. Then we'll have all the money he needs for that company, right? And above saving money, having the baby be around Mom all the time would really help me out a lot. So you plan to have both Mom and Dad be there to help you out? Well, yeah. I'm giving them their first grandbaby after all, and the both of them have always spoiled me with anything I want, and this time I want to be home with them. So you really never came around to realizing just how much trouble you caused for all of us by running away with Luke? I do think it was a bit wrong that I stole your fiancé from you at the time, but you're also to blame for letting me steal him, right? So since you were in the wrong as well, do you mind leaving that house and letting my husband and I move into it with Mom and Dad? Excuse me? I'm pretty sure you're still living there with those 2, feeding off all their money, right? After having your fiancé stolen from you, you've continued to be single. I plan on coming back to Mom and Dad and making them happy with their first grandbaby, so the freaking obstacle of a loser needs to get out of there. We had that old house demolished, okay? What? What do you mean their house was demolished? I'm saying that the house has been destroyed and the land sold. Right now, there's no house on that plot of land. Wait a second, what the heck? I never heard anything about that happening. But from what I've heard, it's a realtor company that bought the land and they're going to build a new house on it. Wait a sec. So you're telling me Mom and Dad's house isn't there anymore? Where the heck am I supposed to go home to now? Actually, where are Mom and Dad right now? Tell me where they went. Dad ended up retiring from his job a little early last year, and with the money from that and from the land he sold, he took Mom with him and moved overseas. I think Thailand? They moved to Thailand? Those 2 have always loved the ocean. So they bought a really cheap house out by the ocean in Thailand and have been living there. Every week, those 2 are sending me pictures of the new life they both have there, and man, does it look awesome. Those 2 are really happy now. What the heck? I can't just get up and go overseas to be with them. Then, where the heck are you? Weren't you living off Mom and Dad at their house all by your lonesome? I'd never been living off of Mom and Dad while I was in their house. I just happened to work for a company that was close to that old house, so they let me stay with them for a while as I worked. I had planned to move out of their place for good 3 years ago and stay in that apartment with Luke, but, well, we both know what happened there. As of right now, I'm living with my new husband. You got married? You, my older sister, got married? And I hear you going on about how you're giving Mom and Dad their first grandbaby, but I had my first child last year. So Mom and Dad already have a grandbaby now. You had a baby? You're lying, right? I mean, you lost your fiancé 3 years ago. 3 years! It's only been 3 years since you were thrown away by Luke. And people are always saying that one man's trash is another man's treasure. Now, I'm not saying that the person who threw me away before was anything like a man, but after having been thrown away, I went with Mom and Dad to go see the man that was set up to go out with you. We wanted to say sorry for you being a no-show, but after we did that, we decided to sit down with him and have a chat while having lunch together. Don't tell me you're with that ugly fatty. Did you actually marry a freak like that? I don't care that you got thrown away by Luke. You shouldn't go out with something like that after. But you had recommended to me that I go out with him after you said you stole Luke from me. Well, I'm just going to show you what he looks like now to clear this air. Who is that? That happens to be my husband holding our son. No freaking way! That guy looks nothing like that fat loser in those pictures I was shown. Had I known Dad set me up with a man like that, I would have never canceled on him. He's perfect for me. He happened to get some work done on himself, as well as get some skincare therapy. Also, at the time he was planning on going out with you, he had a lot of stress in his life. But now he's a completely new-looking man. After he had finished up all his treatments and therapy, he and I got married, where I've now been treating him to all kinds of healthy foods. Looking at him now, you would never be able to tell he was that man from 3 years ago. But he didn't even stop after all those treatments. Do you want to know why he put on so much muscle? Right after telling him that I was pregnant, he told me he wanted his son to look just as good as him, but didn't think he would be able to get his son to be active and healthy. So he started going to the gym 6 days a week and turned himself into a macho man in order to influence our baby. He is a wonderful husband and father. You're lying! I had thought for sure that he was a nobody, and I thought you having a baby with him would bring the birth of one of the most ugly-looking kids in America. Wait, now that I remember, this is that same guy that you and Dad said were saying he has a father that's a CEO? That's right. And as of right now, he's taking on his dad's position now that his dad is retiring. But that's not all, as right after becoming the CEO, he took his dad's company even further and made it an extra $2 billion this year. So, he's not just the son of the CEO that got put into that position, but he actually knows how to run the company? He really does. Where are you living right now, Angel? We're living in a very secure penthouse. A penthouse? I'm going there right now. I'm going to stay there and have the baby at your place. I believe 3 years ago we made the promise to never come around one another again, right? So that's not going to happen. Well, I'm saying it's fine for us to meet now. So let's bring things back to the way they were in the past and live together in peace, okay? All right? I don't think you and I were ever living in peace with one another, so I'm not sure what you're talking about. What? What are you talking about? You and I had some of the best times together as sisters, right? You think so? Even though you would always get away with doing whatever you wanted and then force me to take over for all your responsibilities? Even though you would always take my things from me without asking and then say that I lost them? I have still not forgotten about how back in high school when I graduated, Dad gave me that really nice watch, but right before I was going to wear it, you took it from me and broke it. And back then, I was just a wild young little girl. No, you were way too old by then to be acting like that. You told me after stealing Luke away from me that I should do my best to be happy with whatever man I found, right? Well, look, I've become very happy with my husband, and we have a house and family and everything. You said that we would both work to become happy, and look where we're at. I'm living the best life I can live right now, so you just need to try a little harder to be on my level. Wait, are you not going to help me? You know, I don't have to help you, right? But I was planning on having Mom and Dad be the ones to pay for everything I needed and house us. Right now, we don't have any money in our savings. How about you ask Luke's family to help you out then? His parents only ever had one kid, Luke, so this is going to be their first grandbaby, right? Aren't they going to be so happy to have you both living with them? 3 years ago, both his parents cut ties to us. They were both furious with us over having Luke leave you for me. Luke tried so hard to get them to understand us, but they kept telling us to never come back to them again. We can't ask for their help now. So right now, the only person I can rely on is you, Angel. And you think after what you did to me 3 years ago, you can come back asking me to help? Wild. Well, I'm sorry, but I don't want to deal with you anymore. Now, I'll be praying that you and your husband can make a decent enough family for your soon-to-becoming baby. Goodbye, forever. No way, right? You're really planning on throwing me away like this? Angel!
Please, Angel, do this for the man you first loved and your little sister. Please, help us out. If you don't do anything to help us, then myself and your little sister are going to be left for the streets with nothing we can do. You're living in a penthouse now, right? I hear you got married to a man with lots of money, right? I'm sure you can just give us one room in there where we can stay.
This is strange. I could have sworn somebody had told me 3 years ago that they were throwing me away from my more cute and better little sister. Who could that have been again that told me to never talk to them again?
I know that I really messed up after what happened back then, so let's just let go of all that happened then.
I believe it's me that gets to choose what we just let go and what we hold on to. You have no say in any of that.
Not bothering to help your family out, nor even daring to help your little sister. You're one cold witch, aren't you? I could sue you for this.
I've already gotten a settlement from the both of you for cheating on me. And I also have the evidence of what happened then, as well as audio recordings from when I had you talk to my lawyer. I'm not really sure what you plan to sue me for, but I'm sure the judge won't be having any of it from you. So are you sure you want to try me?
Hey, come now, Angel. It takes a lot of money to get a company up and running, and right now Rebecca and I don't have all that much money.
Well then, how about before you start up a new company, you actually work for all the money that you'll be needing? Isn't it pretty obvious that you're going to need to pay for your living expenses while you're building a company? Now listen here. I have chosen to never talk to either one of you guys again, all right? So I'm going to block the two of you now.
You will not?
My parents are both living overseas now in Thailand. And as for the penthouse we're living in, it is very secure and managed by a private security company. I'm thinking it won't be all too easy for either one of you to get to us. So if you are planning to be a couple of pests for me, then I'll be more than happy to take you both to court and sue. Please remember that.
Let's just both calm down and talk this out in person. I will literally come to you and get on my hands and knees apologizing for what happened 3 years ago. You're the only person that can help us.
You had told me that you would be able to do everything on your own back when you said for me to never come around you both again. So please, be a man of your word and go away. Now go enjoy that life you have with my little sister some more. After that, I went ahead and blocked those two's numbers. And then, when those two learned that I really did mean that I'd be blocking them, they went back to Luke's parents, begging them to let them in. And somehow it seemed to work, and those two were allowed to live with his parents. But the only condition was that they both had to pay to stay with them, so the life of being cared for by someone else never actually came after the move-in. And this was when Luke realized that he was never going to get his company to take off. So he gave up on it and started looking for a job again. As for Rebecca, she started to work at a supermarket close to Luke's parents' house. I know that I said I'd never be around those two ever again and that they'd never be allowed around me, but I happen to stay good friends with Luke's mom for the past 3 years. So when anything happens regarding those two, I hear about it through her while we're getting coffee together. Hey there, Cammie. Are you home right now? If you are, go and check your mailbox right now. I think if you go and do that you'll be in for a really nice surprise. Wait a second. What the heck is this? Is this a wedding invitation? Did you send me a wedding invitation? Ding, ding, ding! That's right! Harold and I are going to get married. I told you that it was going to be an amazing surprise, right? Well, it certainly is an amazingly bad piece of news, that's for sure. You realize I'm just going to throw this in the garbage, don't you? Wait, what? Oh, come on. Don't you want to be there for your twin sister's wedding? You wouldn't really do something so horrible, would you? Don't you even have a single kind word for your sister finally getting engaged? What are you talking about, Tammy? Do you really think I'm going to celebrate you getting married to my ex? You know that all this does is make me angry, right? Oh no, really? I had no idea it would upset you that much. I mean, it's already been 2 years since I stole Harold from you. Are you really still that upset about it? You really need to learn to just let things go, do you know that? Even though we're twins, you and I are really nothing alike at all in some ways. You're right, I'm not like you. I would never try and steal your own boyfriend from you. I would never try and have an affair with anyone I knew who was in a relationship for that matter. And I would certainly never send a wedding invitation to the girl whose man I stole in the first place. Well, it's not like I wasn't going to send my sister an invitation to my wedding, but just think about it. Besides, we're twins. What's yours has always been mine, right? Anyways, you just need to get over yourself and come to my wedding. Who knows? You might even meet someone special there. Wouldn't that be something?
Hey there, Cammy. I guess you heard the news about Tammy and I getting married, right? So sorry things couldn't work out between the two of us, but I guess that's just the way the world works sometimes.
Are you kidding me? Now I have to deal with you too?
Well, your sister was already telling me about how you're still holding our relationship against us. I just didn't realize that you still had all those feelings for me. I just think it's funny that you're still in love with me after all this time.
You are really out of your mind if you think that I have even an ounce of feelings left for you, Harold. I mean, you really think I care at all for the man who left me for my own twin sister? I hope the two of you have a terrible life together.
I can tell that you still like me by how upset you're getting at me over this. This just proves that you still have feelings for me. Honestly, it's kind of cute. You're always cute when you're upset with me.
Excuse me? You are such a condescending jerk. Do you know that?
I don't know. I thought you'd be happy that I was with your sister. Shows that I really was always attracted to you. It's just that your sister has the better personality than you, so it was kind of just like upgrading to a better model. Like you would do with a cell phone. But your sister really does just run circles around you in the personality department. And thankfully she's just as cute as you, but with a better sense of style and fashion.
I do not want to be compared to my sister by you ever again. I mean, did you seriously just compare us both to buying a new phone? Who says stuff like that? But whatever, if you two love each other and want to get married, then far be it from me to stop you two.
I just can't get over how people who look so similar can end up so completely different, you know? I mean, your sister Tammy is pretty and accomplished and just all around a really lovely person. But you, on the other hand, well, you don't have any friends. I was your first boyfriend, and you let me get stolen away from you. You really should have seen this coming, you know.
I don't care one bit about your thoughts on what happened between us. The fact of the matter is that I wasn't even talking to my sister until she sent the wedding invitation. And if you two are going to get married, then I don't see any reason why we should be talking anymore, too. I never want to see either of you again.
Okay, fine. You don't ever have to see us again, but can at least come to the wedding. I mean, you can think of it as a final farewell to us, so just hurry up and give us your RSVP. We already have the best seat in the house arranged for you, so you can't miss it.
Hello there. I'm terribly sorry to message you out of the blue like this, but I'm Harold's mother, Donna. I just wanted to make sure that I was speaking to Tammy's twin sister, Cammy, correct? Yes, this is Cammy, but may I ask what this might be about? Well, there's something that I wanted to talk to you about regarding your sister, and I was hoping we'd be able to meet in person to talk. Yes, I suppose we could do that, but do you mind if I ask what all of this is about? There's some things I'd like to know about your sister, if it's all right with you. For example, I was wondering if she might have done anything bad to you. Maybe something that might lead you to hold a grudge against her? I'm sorry, but I think we're going to have to start this topic all the way from the very start. What is all of this about? Oh, you're right. Where are my manners? I'm so sorry. I didn't mean to be rude and pry right out of the gate. It's just that, well, I'm just nervous about my son marrying your sister, but I didn't want to go to your parents about this, so that's why I thought to reach out to you instead. Well, I really don't know what there is to say about my sister. She's a cheery girl with lots of friends. What problem could you have with someone like that? The thing is that I got an anonymous letter in the mail, and they were warning me about having my son marry your sister. You're kidding me. Someone has been leaving you letters warning you about Tammy? That's right, and this didn't just happen once. I've gotten maybe 5 letters with similar warnings in them. 5 whole letters? I can't believe it. And you have no idea who they're from? I don't, but my curiosity is piqued and I have to know more about my future daughter-in-law. So please, if there's anything you think I should know about her, please tell me. I have to know. Well, if you're really serious about this, then okay. I can tell you some things, but some of this might come as a shock. The truth is that Tammy actually stole Harold away from me. We used to go out until my sister came along and ruined it. You mean your own twin sister stole my son away from you? I had no idea that he was even with you. Well, it's true, and all of this happened about 2 years ago. That's when Harold and I broke up. Wait a second, I'm really confused by all of this. Why in the world would your sister and my son go along with doing that? I was shocked myself. Harold and I had been together 5 years before he left me. You two had been together for 5 years? Then what was it that finally made Harold want to leave you for your sister? In fact, now that you say that, Harold told me that he had been going out with Tammy for 7 years. I asked where the two of them met and they said it was 7 years ago at college. They told me about how they fell in love and decided early on that they wanted to get married. He even showed me pictures of the two of them from back then. Well, then it sounds to me like Harold is saying that he was with my sister while he was with me. And if he showed you pictures of him and my sister from back then, it's more likely that it was really Harold and I instead. But this doesn't make any sense. How could this be? Because we're twins. Does this really not make any sense to you? My sister is my identical twin. And you mean to tell me that you two are actually that identical? Oh, that's incredible. Well, we're only identical in looks, let me tell you that. I can't believe that Harold would pass off our photos as if they were with my sister instead. All to pretend that they were together for far longer than they really were? I don't believe it. So they're both lying about their relationship with each other when the fact is that 5 of the years they say they've been together for was really with you? I can't believe that my son would just trade you out for your sister like that. Well, it seems to be what's happened, and I think I might have an idea of who was leaving those letters in your mailbox. After all, they're quite proud of what they did to me and brag about it to their friends often. But I think they don't realize that a lot of their friends really aren't impressed by that at all. Anyways, please let me take this chance to apologize for my sister's actions. Oh dear, you don't have anything to apologize for at all. If anything, I'm sorry for bringing all of this up all of a sudden. And I just feel awful now that I know what my son's been putting you through. I had no idea he was capable of being so horrible. Well, it's all over now, so I really don't mind. I don't even care that the two of them are going to be getting married. I just hope I never have to deal with them again. So please understand that if you don't see me at family events, that's why. Of course! Oh, that makes perfect sense to me. I wouldn't want to be around people that did that to me either. In fact, I'm of half a mind to skip going to their wedding as well. But anyways, I'll have to have a little chat with my husband about all of this now that I know the truth. Thank you so much for talking to me about this, and once again, I really am sorry for my son's behavior. Oh, wow, I don't believe it. You really showed up to the wedding? Oh man, this is so sad and funny. I'm not sure whether I should be laughing or crying. What are you talking about? You were the one that invited me in the first place. I'm here, and now you're acting as if I'm somewhere I don't belong? I know I invited you, but it was obviously a joke. Don't you get that? I didn't think that you'd actually show your face around here. Oh man, I just texted Harold and he said that he's cracking up. It's so funny it hurts. Oh man, this is great. Okay, well, that was really funny, but you can turn around and go home now. Excuse me? Now you want me to just leave and go back home? Yeah, I mean, you didn't actually think that we had a place saved for you, right? It was all just a prank and you walked right into it. I don't believe you. What is the matter with you? Oh, come on. Did you really think we were serious? Why in the world would we want someone like you at our wedding? The answer is we don't, so just turn around and don't come back. You two really are just horrible, do you know that? I mean, first you steal your own sister's boyfriend, then you have the gall to invite her to your wedding, and now you turn her away when she actually shows up? I only came here as a way of saying goodbye to the two of you. Great, and now we've said it. Now why don't you run along, okay? The wedding is about to start and we don't want you ruining the atmosphere. You mean you think that anyone else is actually going to show up to this? What is that supposed to mean? I mean that I'm the only person who was invited to this wedding. Are you sure you want your only guest to go home? I can't imagine it'll be a happy wedding for you two if I did. What in the world are you talking about now? Are you even reading what you're typing? All the guests are on their way as we speak. We sent out over 200 invitations and you're saying no one is going to come? That's exactly what I'm saying. You rented out this whole space, but no one is going to come. And just what makes you so sure that you'd keep repeating that, huh? If you don't believe what I'm saying, then just look around you. But anyways, I can see where I'm not wanted. Enjoy your lonely, empty wedding. What the heck is going on here, huh? What kind of game are you trying to play here? No one has shown up and none of my friends are here yet. I told you that nobody would be coming to your wedding already, didn't I? After all, who would want to celebrate the marriage of a couple of haters like you anyway? What do you mean? I still don't understand. Is it really that hard for you to wrap your head around? You've been bragging to everyone about how you're going to marry the man you stole from your sister. Well, everyone who knew that that was what your wedding was celebrating was disgusted by that fact. So that's why no one is going to show up to your wedding. You have no idea what you're talking about at all. Everyone laughed when we told those stories. And they all congratulated me when I told them Harold and I were getting married. Are you sure they weren't just trying to change the subject as quickly as possible? Or that they were just fed up with you two and wanted to end the conversation as soon as they could? No, that can't be right. They all said congrats. They were all happy for me. That's why I invited them all to the wedding. And have you gotten responses from anyone since then? Has anyone shown up to the wedding at all? Well, Harold and I just figured that everyone was really busy with work, and that's why no one has shown up yet. But then not answering doesn't mean that they're not going to show up to my wedding, right? Well, how's it looking over there for you right now? But, I mean, it's not just my friends who aren't here. Both our parents aren't here either. What is going on? What did you tell our parents? I didn't have to tell them anything besides what you and Harold did. Or how you lied about how long you were together to his mom. Everything that's going on there today is entirely your fault. Do you realize that? Wait a second. What do you mean, Harold's mom? Are you telling me that you went and talked to her too? No, she came and talked to me. She has some concerns over you two getting married. She came to me asking about you, and I told her how you and Harold ended up together in the first place. You what? Why would you do that? What is the matter with you? You can't be mad at me for telling someone what you were already bragging to all your friends about. Now, if Harold's mom wanted to spread the truth to her friends and family and tell them why they shouldn't go to your wedding, that's up to her. But we sunk so much money into this wedding. We were hoping to get a bunch of money from people as gifts. What are Harold and I supposed to do? That really is none of my business, but it sounds to me like you two are getting the exact wedding that you deserve. So be happy that you two have each other and figure out what you're going to do next. Just leave me out of it and never talk to me again. I heard through the grapevine later that even those that did show up to Harold and Tammy's wedding didn't even bring gifts. Meanwhile, the wedding itself ended up costing the two of them about $30,000 that they had to put down on credit. With no real plan of how to pay it back, the two of them had to take out a big loan to afford the event. They tried asking their parents for help, but no one was willing to lend them even a cent. All their friends had cut the newlywed couple off too. They were truly alone. After that, I heard from Donna that the two of them ended up moving to a new state to try and start their lives over. After realizing they had no friends or family in their corner, even their coworkers began to whisper rumors about how they had gotten together and what had happened at their wedding. Ultimately, the two of them couldn't stand the embarrassment, so they quit their jobs, packed up their lives, and left. I have no idea what happened to the large debt they racked up, but I'm sure they're still working hard to pay it all off. That was really the last news I heard about them, though. I have no idea where they live or what they're doing for work these days, and quite frankly, I don't think I'd have it any other way. I wanted to go to their wedding because I still, for whatever reason, respected those two enough to want to say a proper goodbye, but what I got instead was so much better than anything I could have imagined. What made me so happy about this crazy episode of my life, however, was that it was through common courtesy and sympathy of others that all of this befell Harold and my sister. It gave me joy to know that people heard the way that those two talked about their relationship and that it was enough to alienate themselves from all their close friends and loved ones. I really didn't even have to lift a finger to get a revenge that I wasn't even seeking. Aspen, listen to this. I am going to be getting married. What? Really? My man decided that I'm the one he wants to be with forever. He told me to my face that he wants to make me his one and only wife. Well, that's such a wonderful thing to hear, isn't it? But, about him. You told me before that your boyfriend, he's currently married, right? And he's chosen me over his own wife to be the one he spends the rest of his life with. I know you've told me plenty of times now that he and I are just playing and nothing serious would ever come of it, but this right here is proof that what we have is the real deal. He and I haven't been playing around at all. Rather, we are the real deal when it comes to couples. I can see that now. I am a bit surprised that he wants you to be his wife now, but that's also great for you, I guess. Hey, how do you really feel right now? How does it feel knowing your husband wants to make me his wife instead of staying with you? When was this ever about my husband and I? Well, I have been the one going out with your husband this whole time. So I'd really like to know what it feels like to have been cheated on by your husband like that. What? How come you know about my husband and how he's been cheating on me? I haven't told anyone about that yet. Did you not just hear what I said? I've been the one going out with him this whole time. What? Huh? Thank you so much, Aspen. You brought me the perfect man to make my husband. And it has really helped that I got the inside details from you on how your relationship has been going. Oh, it's been so much fun for me. And man, you always going on about how I've just been fooling around with the man I've been with. Well, take a look at that. It seems like you've been the only one playing around this whole time. Or should I say you're the only one that's getting played? Wait a second, Chloe. What is going on here? So you've been the one my husband's been cheating on me with all along? Well, I'm not really helping him cheat on you anymore since he's going to make me his wife now. Must really suck to end up the ex-wife in all of this, huh? Huh? If you really can't believe any of this, then go ask the man himself. But of course, it's not going to matter now what you're told because it's already too late for you. Starting now, I'm on my way to become Drake's next wife. What is going on here, Drake? Have you actually been cheating on me with one of my coworkers, with Chloe? And not only that, but have you told her that you plan to make her your next wife?
That idiot's already gone ahead and told you everything.
What?
Jeez, I told her to keep this all a secret until after we went to the courthouse. What the hell does she think she's doing?
Wait, what the actual heck is going on here? At the courthouse? What?
I'm sure you've already heard from her now about what's been happening between us. Well, it's just like she said, and we are planning on getting married. And if you don't believe me, just know that we're heading to the courthouse to hand in our marriage paperwork today. And of course, while doing that, I'm planning on handing in our divorce papers as well.
Huh? You're going to hand in our divorce papers?
Well, I just thought that if I'm already going to the courthouse for one thing, I might as well kill two birds with one stone, you know?
What the heck are you trying to do here? You're going to hand in divorce papers without even talking to me first? I never said I was okay with a divorce yet. I also remember telling you already that until we both want a divorce, we can't just go handing in the documents.
Oh, shut up. I've been waiting for you to give me the green light this whole time. but you took too long and my destiny is waiting. Why the hell have you taken this long to want a divorce from me when you already know I've been cheating on you? I'm sorry, but I just couldn't wait for the day you tried to drag me down with you, so that's why today is the big day. So there you go. Your plan to take me with you is no more.
The reason I haven't said I'm okay with getting the divorce yet is because of you, though. I told you that I planned on getting a settlement from you and your partner as well, but you would never tell me who she was. So since you were never going to tell me who she was, I was never going to agree with the divorce.
I'm not going to let you get a settlement from her. She doesn't deserve to have her money taken away by you just because she loves me and has been dating me.
Huh?
Anyway, you happen to know who's been going out with me now, so it's over with. And in just a few minutes, I'll be at the courthouse and we'll be divorced. You aren't even my wife to me anymore, so shut the hell up with all your nagging and leave.
I can't anymore. There is no point in me talking with you about this anymore. You're going to be handing in those papers soon anyway, so all that's left for me is to get my money from you.
Huh? Oh, you're going to get money from me now?
Well, of course. If you don't want for Chloe to pay me anything in a settlement, then you're going to have to step in for her and pay yourself. I want both of your guys' settlements, and I want my half of the properties.
Enough playing around. Why the hell do I have to give you any of my money? The reason I cheated was because of you. You're the one at fault here for my cheating on you. So don't expect a freaking penny out of me, you moron.
Did you just say this was all my fault?
I sure did. You're the one that's gotten so old now that you look like one of my aunts. It's your fault for losing your charm and youth. I had to dive overboard and find myself a younger and prettier woman like Chloe. It's your fault that you no longer fit my needs as a wife, and why this divorce is happening. So you have no dang right to be asking me for any money when it should be you paying me.
Don't you frickin' dare start saying some of the most stupid things to me. I might be wrong about this, but aren't you getting just as old as I am? Calling me one of your aunts is like calling you my grandpa, for God's sake. But I would never say any of that because that would hurt your feelings. Yet you're going to blame me now for looking like one of your aunts? Screw you. I said I was going to get treatments done for wrinkles and crap, but you always told me I didn't need any of it. I was going to help myself from looking too old for you, and yet now you're going to act like I was never trying to be a good wife?
And when it comes to our money and properties, I'm getting most of it. You really haven't been making any money while we've been married, and I'm the one with most of the money in our savings.
And the reason you've been making more than me is because you forced me to do everything else in the relationship besides work a dang job. You've been the one making me pay for all the water and electricity with what I've been making. And then to make sure I don't have any other income, you tell me to be home and do all the chores and cooking for you. I am going to get at least half of our things because of that.
Oh, you just keep whining and whining like that until the very end. Just shut the hell up and get your things already. Dang. It's over for you, so get the hell out of my house. This house is meant for Chloe and I to live in now, so get lost.
You're lying, right? You plan to even take the house from me?
Of course I do, you idiot. This is the house I had built, after all, so well, it's mine. So my ex needs to get off of my property now before I have the cops called.
Aspen, thank you so much for today. I know it was a bit sudden of me to ask to resign from my position at work because I'm going to be getting married, but it was so nice seeing everyone celebrating me getting married. And most of all, it was great to see you there celebrating me. I wasn't celebrating you, though, while I was at that party. I couldn't be asked to tell the boss that I'd be leaving work early to skip the party, so I just sat there and waited for it to be over with. Well, I know you are very serious about your work and all that, so parties aren't really your style. But thank you for never telling anyone the truth about what happened between us. I really had this hunch that you'd spill the beans. I guess you're a nicer person than I thought. I don't think I'm that nice. It's just that me telling everyone the truth about how you stole my husband from me wouldn't really fix anything. If anything, it would just make everyone at work feel sorry for me, and I wouldn't want that pressure. So in the end, I chose to just not say anything at all and let you have your fun. I'm really glad to see you're not that much of an idiot then. It's really helped me out a ton. Also, it looks like you got out of Drake's house a lot quicker than I thought you would. I have so many things to thank you for, Aspen. Huh? Did you just say that I left the house? Oh, haven't all your things been moved out of that house now? That's what I heard from Drake. Because of that, starting this weekend, I'll be able to move into that massive house with my new husband and live my dream. I'll have you know that I have no plans of giving up that house. You guys have both chosen not to pay a settlement to me, so what makes you think I'd let you both have the house? Huh? Stop acting like you have anything left underneath you when you're the ex-wife now. I know you once got to call that massive house your own, but it's not yours anymore. I've seen the inside of that place. All of the marbled flooring and the granite countertops. I can tell why you wouldn't want to give a place like that up that easily, but come on, it's not your house. It's Drake's, and with him and his $200,000 a year salary, I'm going to make myself his perfect wife. So give it up already, because neither of us are going to let your sorry butt live in his house. I think a loser like you would do much better in some old rundown apartment somewhere on the east side of town. Excuse me? I think it's becoming time that you started to understand who you really are. A woman your age that's been thrown away by her husband would do best living in some sort of mental ward from now on. I'm about to start living with my rich husband in that massive house of his, and there's nothing you can do to stop me. That happens to be my mom's house, all right? What? So would you quit it with that stupid idea you have in your head saying that you can move in? There's no way in hell I'm going to have to leave my mom's house. The only reason I had most of my things moved out of there is because I sold most of it. I don't want any of my furniture or appliances that would remind me of my idiot husband. What is all of this about? Are you trying to say that the house, that very large and beautiful home, is your mom's house? No way that's the case. That place is my husband's. How the hell could that place possibly be your mom's house? Well, that place has always been her house. If you're trying to ask when it became hers, I think you should be asking when did it become Drake's? Ever since that house was built, it had my mom's name on it. Huh? What did you say? Well, I'm sure that you were never told anything about this. To be honest, I'm sure even Drake has forgotten about this one very important detail. Wait, what are you talking about? Explain to me right now what all of that means. That wonderful house was built by Drake, right? And from what he's told me, the loan has been paid off on the entire place already. So how the hell did the place ever end up falling under your mom's name? Actually, when we had planned on having that house built, we found out that we couldn't get a loan from the bank that would afford the place. What? Drake does happen to make some good money, but he's also really bad at managing that money. At the time, he had just bought himself a brand new sports car, so there was no way he'd be able to get himself another loan. So we couldn't get anything from the bank that would help us out. Is that right? So, as a last-ditch effort, I had my mom be the one to take out the loan for us. I myself had only just found myself a job after getting married, so I didn't have the history to get the loan. And there was no way we could ask Drake's parents for help because his pride is too dang big for his own good. So I had no choice but to go to my mom and ask her with all my heart to help us get that loan. And because of her, you guys were able to get a loan allowing you both to have the house built? After a few trips to the bank pleading our hearts out for the loan. But when they finally told all of us she could get the loan, they made sure that she was the one to put her name on the house as it was being built. That's why that house is still my mom's. But you guys should be done paying off the loan by now, right? That's what Drake told me. He told me that he finished paying his part of the loan. So your mom shouldn't have her name on the house anymore, right? And that's right. We had told him already that he was free to get the house from her as long as he filled out the forms in order to have the name changed. But so far, he's never gotten around to filling out any of the forms. What? All we needed him to do was fill out like 1 or 2 papers and sign them, but he always made it seem like it would be such a huge hassle for him. And after some time passed, I think he just totally forgot all about changing the name on the house to his, and that the house is still legally my mom's. You're lying! I had tried so many times myself to get him to fill out the paperwork, but it became such a pain in the butt for me to keep trying with him. And so far, I've just been paying my mom all the money she wants to keep the house in check and pay the bills. Hence why there hasn't been any issue with us still living in it. There's no way. So, are you trying to say that he and I can't live in that massive house? I've been looking forward to standing on those marble floors all week long. Well, if you want to be sure about it, go ahead and talk with Drake. I'm sure if you bring this to his attention, he might actually start trying to fill out those forms for once.
I totally forgot about having the name on the house changed, but all I have to do is hand in the forms now, right? I'm going to get this house back from your mum right now.
I don't think you'll be getting the house back from her, though, because it was never yours to begin with. Who was it that got the loan for us in the first place and paid it off?
Shut the hell up. I was the one that paid it all off, even if she was the one that got the loan for us. In other words, the house has always been for me. Mine. All mine. So stop acting all high and mighty just because your mum's name is on the place right now.
And the only reason you were ever able to have the house built and pay any loan off in the first place is because of my mom. Had she never gone to the bank and asked for the loan over and over again, you wouldn't have been able to live in that house. Stop acting all high and mighty. I believe I should be telling you that.
Excuse freaking me?
Of course, you did help pay off the loan on the house. My mom never put a penny into the place. But when you bring this up with the realty agency or with the court saying that the house was always meant for you, I don't think they'll consider that true. In the end, my mom's name is on the place, so it's legally hers.
Are you guys not going to work with me to change the name on the place to mine now?
Well, I'm your ex-wife now. And according to what my mom has said, since you're my ex-husband, to her you're nothing more than a stranger, so she has no reason to give you her house.
What?
So now that you've been briefed on all that, since you don't own the house and have nothing to do with the owner, it's best that you hurry up and leave the place. I'm the only one that's allowed to live there, according to the owner. So get your crap together and leave.
Screw you. This is the house I bought. I was the one that paid for it. I will not let you get away with thinking my house is yours. Give me my dang house right now.
If you really, really want the house that badly, then how about you call the realty agency and ask them the price on the place? I'm sure that if you offer a really good amount for both the house and land, my mom will be willing to sell it to you.
You're kidding me. I was the one that paid off the loan, and yet I'm being told to buy the place now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Then the amount you pay to have the house might actually meet the amount I wanted to ask from you two in the settlements.
I can't believe that taking our money is all you care about.
Now, if you're able to get all that money ready to buy the place, give me a call. Otherwise, leave me alone. Oh, and by the way, I want all that money paid to my mom in one payment, please. Please, Aspen, please give that massive and beautiful house to Drake right now. If you don't, then he and I won't be able to stay married anymore. The only option we'll have is a divorce. Really? But I thought you both had a very serious relationship. How come not having one large house is going to cause you both to get a divorce? That's because you won't let my husband be the owner of the dang place. Right now, Drake is extremely pissed off, and recently he's been taking all his anger out on me. He's been saying it's all my fault for this because I started to make a scene with you spilling the beans about how I was taking him away from you. And because of that, you've started to hate the both of us and will never let us have the house. Wow, I'm so glad to see he's found someone to take his anger out on. Right now, we're having to live in a small apartment for the time being while we wait to get that house. Compared to the house of my dreams, this place sucks and is way too small for me. And Drake is only getting more pissed while being in this apartment because it's not at all what a man with his salary should have to live in. Every second he goes on about how someone like him shouldn't be in a place like this, and it's scaring me. Well, just let him know that he'll probably never be getting back to the life he once had with me. That'll only make things worse for him. He's already getting much worse as it is. He's told me that if I can't get you to give him that house now, he's going to divorce me really soon. He's threatening me with that. How come Drake doesn't have the money to pay for that place in one payment? I thought he was supposed to be rich. If he can't afford that, then I don't think I want to be with him. But if you give up on one another now, that marriage you both dreamed about will be for nothing, right? Just try your best to love him for the man he is instead of for his money, all right? Huh? I am telling you already that I can't make this work with his moneyless butt. I don't have any money myself, and I already quit my job thinking I'd be a housewife. Well, then how about you ask the company to hire you back? Tell our boss that you left the company after stealing one of your coworkers' husbands, but now you need to get more money because he doesn't have the amount you want. I'm sure if you tell the boss about the whole truth and beg for your position back, they might let you have it. What? I'm totally fine with you telling everyone about how you stole my husband if you're able to come back and work here. I would hate to be all alone being felt sorry for by the company, but by having a disgrace like you come back, we can both share the eyes that will be on us. Also, I happen to be the victim in all of this, so they will be sorry for me. But who's to say what they will all feel about you? No way. I would never tell anyone at work about this. Especially after everyone celebrated me getting married and leaving my job. And especially after I bragged to everyone that I'd be married to a man that made $200,000 a year. There's no way I can ask for my job back with a reason like that. I can't believe that even now you still have such a large amount of pride in yourself. You really are just like Drake. And because of that, you've both lost the house you thought you'd get to live in and are living a really stressful life. Huh? Had Drake not had all that pride that he's tried to save, he might very well have had my mom's house. All he needed to do was be aware that he needed to change the name still, and I totally would have forgiven him for cheating on me by paying off a small settlement to me. Then you both could be living in that huge house, and I would be going back home to my mom. But because he's such a massive pride that he just can't seem to manage, he's now gone and put you both in a small little apartment and left you both fighting each other day after day. What is this? What is with you talking about us like that? All you had to do was just shut the hell up and let us have the dang house. You are supposed to be a miserable ex-wife that lost to me. You are supposed to be some low-life loser. You should by no means be allowed to keep that beautiful mansion of a house when Drake and I deserve it. Well, if I'm not meant to have it, then I'll sell it to the next person who asks for it. From what my realtor has said to me, once the house is listed, it'll be sold in a heartbeat. But then you'll have to see how much the next person is willing to sell the house for. I was just planning to sell the house to you both for the amount I asked for in settlements, but they might not do the same. They might even flip the place and sell it for triple the price they buy it from me for. Do not frickin' sell the house! No way you're selling that house! If the price on that house goes up any further, then there's really no way we'll be able to afford it. But you told me you hated the idea of a low-life loser like me having this massive and wonderful house, did you not? I hate the idea of it, but I'd rather you just live there instead of selling it to someone else. Just wait for Drake and I to have the money, please. Are you sure? Well, I'm going to take your word for it and move out to go live with my mom for a while. That way I won't be selling it, but I also won't be making you feel any worse about having me live there. Now, once you have the money for me, please let me know. I'm sure it's going to take you years to get the amount I want, so we'll have to see how the house holds together without anyone taking care of it for the next few years. After that, both Chloe and Drake started to work their butts off in order to save up enough money to get the house from my mom. But for some reason, those two just don't seem to manage their money well enough, and the two of them fight over how they haven't managed to save up enough money yet. And after a while of Drake always blaming her for never saving the amount he's able to, she blew up and started to blame him for ever asking her to go out with him in the first place if he was already married. They even started to take these fights to the lobby of the apartment building they've been in, and soon the rumors about those two spread around the whole town. And to make things worse for the two, some of Drake's coworkers were also living in that apartment building. And when they heard what was going on, they spread the word inside the office. Because of this, when the word reached his higher-ups, they became worried that having him in town while he was having all this drama would lower his work efficiency, so they had him moved to another office. He was relocated to a smaller office outside the state, where he's now making far less than he was at the main office and is having to work even harder to try and save money.
Thank you for watching all the way until the end. If you felt good after watching this video, please like the video. If not, please leave a comment and give us your feedback. Also, don't forget to subscribe. Your comments and likes help this channel grow. We hope you enjoy our other stories as well.